Good morning, everyone. Can you believe we're in 2020 already? This is massively insane. So, today is Sam and I's 12-year wedding anniversary, so happy anniversary, honey. I know that we're bouncing around Disney World, but love you so much. And so, in honor of our wedding anniversary, I am going to do the love tag from Mama Cat Losing It. Happy anniversary, honey. So, this is a 10-question tag, so let's get started. Question number 1. Do you believe in love at first sight? Yes, I do. I think that it is 100% possible to look at someone and say, I'm going to marry them, or that is a person that God intended for me to be with. I 100% believe that. I believe that with my entire being. Question number 2. What is my favorite love quote? My favorite quote is by Dr. Seuss, and I will also put it in the description below. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. Again, that is by Dr. Seuss. Question number 3. Should we look for love, wait for love, or forget about love until it happens? I think that is a very personal question. I think that there is no one correct answer for that. And I think that each person that is looking for love or is looking for that mate is going to have a different answer to that. And so again, I think that that's a very personal question, and I'm not going to try to answer it for anyone else. But I will say that I was not looking for love when Sam and I started dating. I had just gotten out of a very bad relationship, and it was one of those things where we kept getting pushed together multiple times during different church youth group events, because I went to church in McPherson and he went to church in Salina, and both youth groups knew that he liked me and I was oblivious, because I was on this me, woman, man, horrible thing. And it was one of those things, they just kept having us interact. They kept having us do projects together. And it kind of just, it grew organically, which is how it should happen. Question number 4. Does age matter in love? Again, that's a very personal question. I know, my parents are quite a bit different in age, and they have a very loving marriage. I know people who went to school together, same grade, and were married and divorced. So I think it's not so much the age, I think it's the people involved. Question number 5. How do you not get jaded by love? I think your perception of love changes as you get older. The view I had of love in high school is completely different after being married for 12 years. High school love is, oh my gosh, he held my hand, or oh my gosh, he picked me up after school, or oh my gosh, we went to the football game together. And after, dating and being married, love is the fact that he did the dishes for me on my night to do dishes. Or love is, I might have made a comment, man, I really wish I had some Coca-Cola, to get me through a few more YouTube videos. And, half an hour later, he walks in with, a 2-liter of Coca-Cola from the store, because he heard me make a comment, and he's like, that's something that I can do for her. So I think I answered number 5 and number 6 at the same time, because number 6 is described what love is to you. So, but I think to not get jaded by love, you have to realize that love isn't this perfect little box wrapped up in a bow. It changes, and it's crumpled, and It's life, and life is going to be what it is. Question number 6, describe what love is to you. And I think I answered that a little bit more in number 5. Love is doing something simply for the other person when it's not expected. Question number 7, have I ever been in love? Honey, I love you very much, and I am loving our trip to Disney World together to celebrate our 12-year anniversary. Mwah. Question number 8, what's the difference about being in love with someone and having a crush? Wow, that's a really good question. The difference between being in love and having a crush is when you have a crush on someone, you only see the outer persona that they give to the public. When I was in high school, I had an immense crush on another guy from a different church that we had been doing things with through the youth group, and we happened to be on a mission trip, and I was in a room with the youth minister for that church's wife and her daughter and my friend C. And we were kind of giggling about it because we both thought he was cute. And she was about 3 years younger than I was. Yeah, 3. And I will never forget something that J, which is the initial of her first name, said to me about him. She said, I wished his attitude reflected his good looks. And what that says to me is that his attitude towards everyone on when he thought everyone was watching was this, I'm great, I'm awesome, look at me, look what I'm doing. But his attitude the rest of the time was pretty cruddy. And that, I don't know if she knows how much that means to me, and that comment has stuck with me for years. I wish his personality reflected his good looks. So, girls, when you're thinking about how cute the high school captain of the football team is, take a look and think about how his actions are when no one's looking. Is he still the same person? Or her, because guys, it reflects the same way. Is the captain of the cheerleading squad the same person when no one's looking that she is when everyone is looking? Being in love with someone is knowing that the other person has faults. I have my faults. I hate to clean. I hate it. If you are to put a gun to my head and say, Lena, you're either going to clean the house or I'm going to shoot you, more than likely I'm going to say, well, fine, shoot me, because I hate to clean. I would much rather be doing anything than cleaning the house. And Sam knows this about me and loves me despite the fact that half the time I would much rather be talking with you guys on a live stream or making another video for you guys than doing the dishes. And he just does them, and he says, hey, honey, I love you and I support you, but please tomorrow do the dishes. Being in love with someone means you care for them when they're sick. You're not going to go to your crush's house and check on them during your lunch hour and say, hey, is there anything that you need? Because typically they've got someone else to do that. But being in love with someone says, hey, I only get 30 minutes for lunch, but I'm going to come home and make sure that you're feeling okay, or if there's anything that you need, because I don't want to call you in case you're asleep and trying to rest. Being in love with someone is knowing by the tone of their voice that they're having a really rough day and taking time out of their day from a short lunch to just come to where you are at and simply hold you and give you a hug so that you know that they are there for you and that they care about how you are feeling. Question number 9 is, what is your love language? and there was a link for me to do the quiz, and I was 100% sure I knew what it was, and I was correct. If you do not know the 5 love languages, the website 5lovelanguages.com, you can take the test, and I am a words of affirmation. I would much rather have Sam say, honey, I support you, I love you, than to give me a gift. Now, don't get me wrong, I love receiving little tokens of gifts, but, I love having that knowledge up here that, that kind of echoes through your brain, especially when you get like a horrible, like a mean comment or something on a video or a message, to know, honey, I love you and you're doing fine. Ignore them and keep going. And that voice inside your head just means something. And number 10 is, do looks matter in love? No. Because the person behind the looks, and this kind of goes back to question number 8, being in love with someone and having a crush. That person may look outstanding. They've got, maybe 6-pack abs, or she's really tiny, or, insert the superficial looks here. But something that you have to remember, especially if you are, you're getting married or you're thinking about getting married, take a look at what her mom looks like, or take a look at what his dad looks like. In 20 years, they're going to look pretty similar. Is that, are the looks are going to fade? Because, I know I don't look the same. Heck, I don't weigh the same as I did when Sam and I got together. But he loves me because of who I am, and not because I'm, a size 22 and I used to be a size 10. Or, I don't love him because he, he used to, have more of a toned upper body, but, his arm muscles are bigger now. The superficial, the outside appearances are going to change. And that is something that I think people tend to forget, is like, oh my gosh, he's so cute, and I'm going to date him and I'm going to love him forever. But, what if he cut his hair? Would that change how you felt about him? Or what if she gained what if she gains weight through pregnancy and just can't lose it? Is that going to affect the way he feels about her? The looks should not matter, but I think as a society, people put too much stock into looks. I could get onto a whole nother tangent on that. All right, so that is the end of the 10 questions. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. Honey, happy anniversary. Once again, I love you very much, Sam. Very, very much. Happy 12-year anniversary. With that, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We are currently in Walt Disney World, and you will be able to follow along on our adventures on Instagram. Thank you so much. We will see you later. Bye.